Hey guys, I'm back. I just want to clarify a few things real quick. I misquoted a little bit on the video. So now Lodi, California, that's where I used to live back in the day, like 2007, 2008. And that population is 68,000. It's a little bigger than I thought. But what I'm trying to get at is that her shop was in Lodi. It was in downtown Lodi. But the town that she lived in, where she actually lived and was unalived by her ex, is Woodbridge, California, which is right down the road. And that population is, as of right now, I just checked it, it's 3,800 and some people. So that's why if you hear me referring to small town and things of that nature, I just got the two towns mixed up. I keep forgetting that she didn't live in Lodi; she lived in Woodbridge, but her shop, Salon Envy, was in Lodi, California, which is about 68,000 people, but her hometown is about 3,800 people. All right, man, enjoy the video. Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the video, you guys saw the title. The domestic violence, man. We're gonna get into it real quick. I got a really disturbing case I'm gonna share. But before I get started, I just want to say, if anybody interested in supporting my channel, want to buy a nice patch, hit my email in the description. I do have a store I'm gonna be uploading pretty soon in January. Hopefully I can have some t-shirts. But right now all I got is patches. And hit my email, 15 bucks. Definitely going back to the channel. Firearms, ammunition, things of that nature. Really appreciate it. Yeah, man, this case right here hits home for me. That's why I got the California flag up there, because where this tragic incident happened was in my home, in the town that I used to live in back in the day. Yeah, YouTube, I'm in a safe control environment. All the firearms you see will be unloaded, safety check. There's nothing in the chamber. The tubes right here, there's two tubes. Both of them are empty. This firearm is completely unloaded. Okay, KSG, home defense. Yeah, man. This case is very disturbing. Like I said, I live in this city, Lodi, California. If anybody wondering where that's at, that's a little south of Sacramento. It's considered the Delta area. Sacramento Delta. You got cities like Lodi, Rio Vista, Brentwood, Oakley. These are all the cities that kind of surround that little area. And Stockton's not too far down the road, but that's a little bit out the way. But for the most part, Lodi is just right in the heart of the Delta. Pretty much Lodi, Oakley, Brentwood, Rio Vista. Those are pretty much the cities that people are familiar with that live out in that area. Maybe Elk Grove, but that's going a little bit towards Sacramento a little bit. But yeah, so Lodi is just give you a little backdrop, a little small community. Population is very small. I would say probably like at the most 15,000 people, maybe 12,000 people, not too much. It was basically an old gold rush town. You know, a lot of immigrants came there. Italians came there, Portuguese came there. And the Italians brought their wine. So if you ever go out that area, it's a great little wine tasting area. A couple of wines that came out of Lodi, Deadly Zins. If you guys are wine drinkers, Deadly Zins is out of Lodi. Zins, Z-I-N-S, meaning Zinfandel, so to do red wine. But it's a really cute little town, very small, okay? Now, how does affect, how do I connect it to this case? So the victim in it that we're talking about is Nicole. She owned a beauty salon parlor, Salon Envy. Now, I didn't personally know her, but I think I ran across her and her ex-husband because they both started at a tattoo parlor shop in Lodi called Anchors Away. I have a tattoo that I had got done by one of the artists in Anchors Away, not the killer, but by that shop. I'm gonna show you the tattoo I got, no cap. This is a tattoo that I got. This one right here at the top, my wife's name. She likes dragonflies. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I got that tattoo done at Anchors Away right here. That was my first tattoo when I was like 45. I didn't get a tattoo till I was like 45 years old. So I got that one done at Anchors Away, and that's where she used to work with him. He was an artist. He was a tattoo artist at Anchors Away. Now, supposedly they broke up and everything. They had a couple kids together, and it was a kind of an ugly breakup, but she kind of like didn't really share all the details. He was being abusive and things of that nature. But before I get you further, let's go ahead and let you see this clip I got for you right now. It's pretty disturbing. Just stand by.
It was just last night, Nicole Winans was watching the Parade of Lights with her friends and family at her salon in downtown Lodi.
I can't fathom why or how any of this happened.
Tonight, that's where dozens came together to remember her life.
It's just really unfortunate that something so cool could happen to someone that is such a bright light.
The San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office says Winans was shot and killed early Friday morning.
She was a wonderful, wonderful woman.
The mother of 2 young children had been proud to own her own salon. Many who attended this vigil were clients and co-workers.
She was just always so happy.
Nicole was the perfect woman, literally. She was perfect. Her smile, her face, her laugh, everything. She's great.
People absolutely loved her, loved being around her.
She just impacted everyone, and just everyone loved her as a person.
She did everything she could to try to help people, make people happy, and she was just a wonderful, wonderful person.
With flowers, candles, and photos, her friends and family shared stories of their time with Winans, memories they hope to pass along to her children.
We have a journal for everybody to write in and just say how much they loved her, and we're gonna give it to her kids just so like they remember their mom and they know how much everybody else around loved her.
In Lodi, Peyton Headley, KCRA 3 News.
The suspect, Shane Winans, is expected in court Tuesday at 1:30.
Morning along East Academy Street near Lilac Street in Woodbridge. KCRA 3's Maricela de la Cruz shows us what happened in court today.
Getting
A brief court appearance.
I'm going to ask that we put this matter over, Judge, until next week, Thursday, for further arraignment.
Look at his face. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened.
Case was moved.
Look at that black eye.
Is facing murder charges in connection to Nicole Winans' shooting last Friday. Her death taking everyone, including her family members, by surprise.
They had little situations sometimes, but this never this extreme. He just snapped.
Despite a separation, Katrina and Jennifer say that they only started finding out about their cousin's relationship to Shane after her death.
She was probably embarrassed, you know what I mean? She didn't say anything to you. Not to me, not to any of the family members until it was too late. It's just tragedy.
Shane Winans is also facing child endangerment charges, and the judge granted a criminal protective order for 2 children. As loved ones grieve,
Angela was packed online, just flooded full of love and support and shock. Yeah, like shock. Everyone is shocked. You never would even fathom that this would happen to Nicole, you know? And it should have never happened.
This case leading the San Joaquin County officials to ask those in dangerous domestic relationships to seek help through the county's Family Justice Center.
This case epitomizes the deadly reality of domestic violence, especially at the most dangerous step of leaving an abusive relationship.
In Stockton, Maricela de la Cruz, KCRA 3 News.
Okay, I'm back. So you saw the video, man. Very beautiful lady, very nice. Just wanted to have a good life for her kids and herself. And, you know, this man just basically unalived her, took her off the face of the earth. Now she's got 2 small kids, got to grow up with this tragedy. The reason why I put that video up, because I want people to see his face. Because I'm tired of people, the media not showing, they always show the victims and stuff, but they never show the people who did it, particularly if they are from a certain group. I'm not gonna get into that, but if they're from a certain group, they tend not to show their faces. But when they do inner city urban crime reports, they don't hesitate to put the people, both victims and the perpetrators up. So I wanted you to see this guy's face. And so when you see these people like this, just understand, you know, they are capable of doing heinous crimes like this. And the reason why I wanted to show you that guy's face, because I got some backdrop. My daughter lives out there in Stockton, and so I'm gonna give you some backdrop on this case. So what happened was, her neighbor heard some noise going down. I'm paraphrasing, I might be getting a couple of things mixed up, But bottom line, they heard some yelling and screaming or like that, whatever. And one of the neighbors came out with his gun. Lodi is definitely an area where people pack guns. Trust me, Sacramento's a lot of gun-toting people out there. Don't let that fool you. They're not just cattle ranchers. So what happened was he heard something and he ran out with his gun. But by the time he got kind of like close to the house, he heard pop, pop, and then proceeded to go to the house. And the dude came out and he told him like, hey, drop the gun, drop the gun. So the neighbor has a gun pointing at the guy, telling him to drop the gun. He drops the gun, and then when he drops the gun, the neighbor drops his gun, and he runs over there and starts beating the crap out of him. That's why you see his face. That's not from the police. That's from that guy beating the shit out of his ass. So we got some good neighbors out there, and that he responded the right way. I'm glad he didn't take him out. And I guess when they interviewed him, said, well, why you just didn't shoot the guy? He said, well, because I want him to serve the rest of his life in jail. I want him to suffer. If I shoot him, he doesn't suffer. And I kind of salute that guy, man. I like that concept. But he was ready. He was strapped, ready to take him off, to get rid of him. But he thought about it and said, no, let me let the authorities get their hands on this guy and take him off the face of the earth and let him rot in prison and deal with that prison lifestyle, for the rest of his life. So it was very sad. And all I got to say is domestic violence, it's always there. It always has been a part of our society. Anybody who doesn't want to agree with that, you are living in a fantasy world. It's a huge part of why people get unalive. I believe the FBI crime reports say most people that will be taken off this earth is by someone they know, in a relationship, or a relative. That's scary. That's the majority of all the brutal homicides. It's by someone you knew, you were either in a relationship with, or a relative. And that's very, very startling and very frightening. So if you're watching this video and you're in a bad relationship, particularly if you got children involved, man, get far away, get restraining orders, do not give second chances. If someone puts their hands on you, male or female, if you're a guy watching this and a woman smacking the crap out of you, beating you and stuff like that, get far away, get a restraining order first, move far away, do all you can. Surveil everything you can do. If you got kids and you got a co-parenting, make sure there's multiple people there with you. That's why I say do court order. Do court order child visits. I just did a old video with a guy in Texas that he unalived that dude because he came over there because of checking in on his daughter. So these things happen, man. Holiday season, a lot of these guys can't handle the fact that these women are moving on, or some of the women can't handle it, the men is moving on. So I'm not trying to pin it on either gender, but since this was a guy shooting a female, we're gonna stick with that. And a lot of these guys can't handle it, and you saw the video, very beautiful lady, she had a lot to live for. I'm sure she was moving on with her life, and you saw the video, the community loved her. I mean, that's a lot of people, man, and that just showed you that there are some good little small towns. And I don't want to hear people talk about California. That was in Lodi, California, man, and look at the love they showed that lady. So I don't want to hear all this. And that's another reason why this country's all screwed up, because everybody want to say East Coast, West Coast, California this, commie that. Man, we're all fucking communists. We're in bed with fucking China. We're in bed with all these countries that are fucking communists. And then people want to American people want to sit here and argue about California, argue about New York, it's just so ridiculous, man. But back to me, stay positive. Back to the report. Lodi is like a very tight-knit little community. And communities like that, when they have tragedy like that, sometimes, you don't hear about it in the big cities because it gets washed out because there's millions of people. So when a person gets unalived in Los Angeles, you may not get to see the vigil, all that stuff. But when you hit a town, 12,000, 13,000 people, I don't know what the population of Lodi is, but it can't be even much more, because I lived in Rio Vista and it was like 8,000 people in Rio Vista. Lodi got to be somewhere around 17 the most thousand. I don't think it's 20. If someone's watching this video out there, and go ahead and correct me, I might be wrong, but I'm almost gonna guarantee it's under 15, 20,000 people live in Lodi. So they rallied behind that story and that lady, and you can see the video I showed, they all knew her, because when you're in small towns and you own a barbershop, or you own a beauty salon, or you own a bakery or a coffee shop, you get to really know people in your communities, particularly coffee, because a lot of people drink coffee. And no matter how small the town is, women gonna want to get their hair done. Men gonna want to get a haircut, and that's why, you know, small towns, that's where all the information, you know, pretty much is being gate kept at. It's in those salons, tattoo parlors, barbershops, the local little pubs and bars, the bartenders. They know everything going on in the town. Everybody knows everybody. It's a small town. So I really thought that was wonderful what they did. They're gonna you know, keep her legacy going and let her kids know what kind of special woman she was and how beautiful she was and how she brought light to anybody that crossed her path and things of that nature. And it's unfortunate that we hear about these cases every single day, every minute. As I speak, there's somebody being unalived by a relationship that went bad. And a lot of this had to do with co-parenting. So what I want to touch upon, if you already have been in an abusive relationship, physical relationship, and it went bad and you're trying to stay away, I suggest go through the court system and establish parental rights for visitation, and keep it that way with a sheriff escorting or whatever it takes to be, whatever you got to do to make yourself safe. Don't let that person come to your home, pick up their kids and stuff like that. And some people don't actually deserve to be co-parenting. I mean, if someone's beating the crap out of you, punching in your face, I don't know why that would be grounds for a co-parenting situation, you know. But hey, you know, sometimes the courts and child labor board systems and all that, they, you know, they try to keep families together, whatever it may be. Certain groups, they do. Other groups, you know, that'll be enough where you never get to see your kid again. But unfortunately, I don't want to ramble too long on this, but I just want to say, you know, ladies, you know, get armed. You know, it's just so important to get armed, get your kids. Now, if you've already been a victim of a violent crime or been in a domestic abuse case where someone tried to take your life or beat you down, if you're in a restricted state, you automatically qualify for a concealed carry permit. They'll bump you right to the top. But what I think what happens is a lot of the women don't even be thinking like that. Now, if she had a firearm, could she have saved your life? I don't know about all that because I don't know the whole case and how the layout was when he went over there and did it to her. But I do know this though, ladies, get armed. And if you're in a bad relationship or you were in a relationship and now you got a co-parenting, I suggest go through the court system. Don't be trying to be, you know, I'm just gonna let your dad come over, or I'm just gonna let the kids see their dad this weekend. And, you know, even though you know this guy's violent and dangerous, but you still gonna let him come over there by himself with no police, no backup, no nothing. Just not a good move, man. So try to do the best you can. Protect your kids, protect yourself. And if you're in one of those bad relationships, try to get out. Restraining orders, camera systems, let people know what's going on in the relationship that you care about, that you trust. So this may not happen to you, man. Hey, man, it's your boy Eisen, your tactical man. Rest in peace to Nicole, man, and God bless her children, and God bless the city of Lodi. And yeah, man, if you guys want to follow up on this story and check it out, all you got to do is go to KCRA. That's the news network out there in Sacramento. And you can follow this story. I think they have a GoFundMe up and stuff like that. If y'all want to reach out and, you know, send some love to, because now you got two kids that don't have either parents, you know. So I'm sure the grandparents or whoever else, the community's going to take care of those kids. I can tell you that right now. But if y'all want to support this young lady, and yeah, go hit this story up and check her out. She had her salon was called Salon Envy. This jerk worked at Anchors Away. I don't even know if people are going to even go to Anchors Away. From what I understand, there's people in Lodi who got tattoos by him. Like I said, my tattoo is not by him. It's just done at the shop. And I heard that people are trying to get their tattoos removed that he actually did on their bodies. That's how disgusted they are with this individual. But hey, shout out to that neighbor that beat the crap out of him and held him down till the police came versus taking his life away. And if you noticed, you didn't see the follow report. Lodi police saluted this young man for doing what he did. Because they knew her. They know who she was. Small towns, man. Small towns, man. They know, everybody knows everybody in small towns. But I just want to let you know, this video is to wake people up who live in small towns. Stop thinking that something like this cannot happen in your community. It absolutely can. And a lot of times these jerks that are in these small towns, they feel invincible because they're shielded by the fact that there's not mass media around them. Lodi don't got a news network system, whereas LA does, San Francisco does. But once you get outside the Bay Area and Los Angeles into small little towns in California, man, you can just unalive people all day long, and you probably won't even hear about it on the national news network scene. So yeah, man, ladies, get armed. Do not trust these guys. Once they start putting hands on you and threatening you and calling you all kind of heinous names and bad names, they're not going to change. That's who they are. Stop thinking these cats are going to change. And same with the men. Stop thinking these women gonna change. They're gonna end up setting you up for a lick and have you unalive. It goes both ways, man. And if anybody's in the LG plus community, don't think that your community don't have this stuff happening either. Y'all have a huge homicide rate of domestic violence in your community too. So this crosses all levels of relationships in America. Domestic violence is a thing, and it's real, and it's probably not going away anytime soon. So it's up to you to protect yourself. I say get a firearm, let everybody know that you already been violated. Go to your county sheriff and say, hey man, this dude came and busted me in my mouth, this, that, I got the police report. I want to give me a concealed carry permit so I can protect myself in case he runs up on me, because you guys won't be there when I need you, okay? 911 will not be there. 911 did not save this lady's life. Neighbor came close to saving her life, but he was even a couple steps too late, and he's right next door. So what makes you think the police is going to be there? Hey man, I ain't gonna ramble too long, man. But this your boy Eisen. There's Tactical, man. Hey, rest in peace to Nicole. Shout out to Lodi, California. And man, y'all stay safe, stay blessed. Get armed up. It's holiday season, and it's actually unalive season too, because there's a lot of upset people, and they don't want other people to enjoy their life and live their best life, man. Stay blessed. Peace.